Hello everybody, this is Raven from Gravely Gorgeous, and today we're going to be playing What Remains of Edith Finch. Okay, so there's not really a start menu, you just kind of open up to this. We've got a backpack, it looks like we're on a ferry on the ocean, that's cool. Don't really know where we are. Oh, we've got some tulips and a journal, and we're in a cast. Okay, so we start the game already, have taken a beating, so that's cool.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Oh wow, this is pretty. I like this. Some gorgeous landscape. Okay, is that the house?
I
Because
lived
that
here until
definitely
I was
looks
11,
like Howl's Moving
but I
Castle.
wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
I mean, look guys, it's like taller than the mountain. Like, that's ridiculous.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
That's not good. You're not really supposed to ignore those. Ooh, look how cute her nails are. Oh, stop. I like her nails and I like her little glovey things.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Okay, so we've got some high-tech stuff going on here. Some video surveillance.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
That's helpful. Thanks, Mom.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
The finches. I like that. Look, it's even got little finches on it. That's cute. Pretty flowers. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little frustrated that I can't harvest these and use them as an alchemy ingredient.
No one
Yeah,
had driven
I
this way
can't
in a long
interact
time,
with them.
but I saw a few hoof prints.
Deer.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Okay, so see that like globy thing on the left? That would be my room. Look how cool that looks. I like it. This is definitely an odd house. I mean, look at the support beams. They don't look like they're supporting enough. Very supportive, so yeah, that looks pretty dangerous to me. Oh, okay, we've got a missing persons. Milton Finch. Who's that? So this is the pause menu. So Milton is her brother. And he's missing. Okay.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
That's helpful. Thanks, Mom.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Got some potting soil. Ooh, I like that. It's sweet. That's cute. But I can't sit in it. Because I can't even jump. Oh, the struggle. More garage space. Oh, good, they recycle. Ooh, can you hear that? That's pretty. I love that detail. I like it. Oh, okay, we're going in the doggy door apparently.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Ooh. Okay, so if nobody lives here, why is the car still here? It seems like a valuable asset you probably wouldn't want to leave. Just saying. This is a very organized tool bench. Like, we even have a spot for the tape. If our tools were this organized, we would be much more useful, I think, in my house. Oh, look, there's a... That's pretty. I don't know what it is, but it's cool.
The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years,
So that says 2010 on it. So I guess these were the people who were living in the house last? Edie, Dawn, Lewis, Milton, and Edith.
I felt like I was home.
There are a lot of books in this kitchen. There's a lot of tuna too, and a lot of wine. Okay, that's cool.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
That's sad. Oh, look, we've got some labels here. Look how cute I am. I'm in the center right there. Aww. Got a pretty smile. Okay, my great grandma's really cute. Look at her with her cup and her little sun hat. And I think that's... Okay, yeah, Lewis is my brother. And then Dawn's my mom. Cute. Oh, okay. Oh, so this is the memorial service for that guy. That's sad. Oh, we have our own cemetery. That's neato. Okay, let's see here. For half a second, I thought that book that says the Book of Mushrooms said the Book of Mormon. I was like, you know, that's cool. You do you. Witch's Kitchen, A Viking's Belly, the Nordic Cookbook. I like this. I like this kitchen.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Yep, that'll do it to you. Oh, this is kind of cool. I wonder if somebody actually made this, if it would taste good. Probably would. It looks like a legit recipe. My mom makes a really good apple pie with this caramel hard shell thing on it. It's really good.
Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
The struggle. Well, yeah, your house is out in the middle of nowhere, and it looks like it's gonna fall on top of somebody, so... That is a lot of tuna, dude. They are ready for the apocalypse. They're gonna live off of tuna, and they're gonna have some serious mercury issues in their bloodstreams. But
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
oh, okay, so they left an emergency, obviously. Look how sad that looks. Okay, I wonder what happened. Oh, so her great-grandma was in a wheelchair. I still left a phone on the music player. I love it.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Aww.
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
That's sad. I don't want my grandma to ever live in a nursing home. Like, I get that sometimes it's necessary, but I don't know, man. I can't imagine not having her with
Nothing
me.
in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Okay, but these books.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Okay, so I guess there's a flood or something? It's a cute house. See, I mean, I can kind of see how... No, that does not turn into what this house is. I mean, I love this house, don't get me wrong, but they don't really resemble each other. Oh, that's a lot of buggies. It's a pretty impressive collection. Ooh.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
So great-grandpa, so Sven must be Edie's husband. I like, what's with the Bigfoot? Like, it's a pretty music box, but there's just like a Bigfoot in the background. That's weird.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Just break it in, it's glass. You can do it.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Are the books made out of their flesh? Because I've seen that, but that's weird. You're not supposed to do that.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Oh, that's sad. Oh, look, there's even a Finch on their door. I like it. So this one says November of 2010. Oh, the little missing boy didn't get any mail. So here's a chair thingy for her great-grandma to come up.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
I just don't feel like that's like the most reasonable response. Let me seal up all the bedrooms. You know, why don't you take some of the people who are in the freaking tower and put them in here where they're safe?
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Oh my goodness. That's awful. That's horrible. They just like sectioned off the center and made him stay with all of his dead brother's stuff. That's awful. Gregory.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
That's a bedroom, or that's a bathroom. That's not a bedroom. Why does it have his name on it? Oh, okay.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
I love how decorated this whole house is. I mean, even their doors are painted. And I love all the character. I love cluttered houses like this. Cluttered and unique.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Oh, okay, so Bigfoot's because she was in a movie with Bigfoot. I see. Alright. That makes more sense. The music box makes more sense now.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house. Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Oh, there's a big old creepy Bigfoot in her room. Okay, I'm sorry, but if you wake up in the middle of the night and you see that, you're gonna jump. Even if you're used to it being there, I would think that there's somebody in my room and freak out.
Mom must have locked the third-floor stairs on the night we left.
Your mom is becoming quite the quandary here. Oh, that one's open. Hold on, I want to see what's in this one first.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
That does put a damper on your relationship. I mean, there's Ouija boards, though.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Look how pretty the paintings are in here. I like it. Looks like something was drug on the floor, so that's creepy.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Are you serious? She didn't give me a key to the freaking front door, but she gave me a key to a book.
Turns out, my mom was really good
Come
at keeping
on.
secrets.
Oh, it's not just a book. What is it?
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Oh, okay, secret passage. This house is weird. It's quirky, but weird.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Just so you
Reading
know,
this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
heads up, I'm gonna be making, "Aw, that's so sad," noises this entire
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
I like this bedroom. It's all pink and floral. Oh, this is Molly's room. It says her name.
I grew up
Right there.
looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
That's cute. I like this bedroom. It's cute. It's a pretty view. Can you imagine waking up to that view? Oh, and she was dissecting starfish, and she had some cool little biology stuff. 1947. Okay, so it looks like she died in December. Seems like a cute little girl. Oh, she must be the bug enthusiast. See, she's inspecting a butterfly, and then she's got a scorpion and some other kind of bug. I don't know, it's a beetle.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
Well, yeah, it's her kid. Of course she'd spend time in her room. It's a little shrine she made to her, it looks like. It's a cute picture. Oh, look, she's wearing kitty ears in the picture, and then the kitty ears are on her little altar thing.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. My Halloween candy was all gone.
That's tragic.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Oh, she locked her in there. That's not very nice. I mean, it's one thing to send her to bed without dinner, but then to lock her in there? That's sad.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Oh, girl, you're gonna get the Black Plague. That was touching the gerbil poop. What is your problem? Just go back to bed, pretend you're not hungry. In the morning, you'll feel better. And get some cereal. Oh my goodness, look how short we are. Nose comes up to the sink.
I kept eating and eating.
Oh, please don't. That is gonna hurt your tummy. Yep, you're gonna get a bellyache. That's not gonna make you any fuller. Those are poisonous.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Those are holly berries. Those are poisonous. They're gonna kill you. Oh, girl. Maybe that's how she died, is by engorgement.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Maybe she had her door or her window closed.
And suddenly,
What?
I was a cat.
I mean, I guess that happens to me too when I'm hungry.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Oh, she's even got a bell around her neck. Can you hear it as she jumps?
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Well, you're a cat, so I don't think that they're looking for you in disguise.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Oh, angry kitty. Oh, she's purring. Oh. Gosh dang it. Bird is on the freaking...
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Well, you are chasing her.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
All I cared about was eating that mama bird. Okay, you're kind of creepy, kid.
I gobbled her up,
Oh, we're falling. We're dunsies. We're out. Oh, what?
and suddenly I was an owl.
Oh, okay, we're
First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
good. Okay, I guess we're just flying. Kind of hard to see.
Rabbits.
Rabbits. Got it.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
That is creepy.
Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Like, I get you're hungry, right? Okay, owls gotta eat. But the whole imagining its face looking up from you. Like, you're creepy. I think you're a sociopath. That's what
A
the first
mama
signs-
rabbit.
That is one of the first signs is kids killing little animals.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
Camo, just stop.
And suddenly, I was a shark.
What? I don't understand. That's not how that works. Okay. I mean, I'll admit, guys, I'm just a biology major, but I think I can confirm this is not the natural habitat for a shark. Ugh, we're stuck on a tree. I'm just saying, I don't feel like this ecosystem can provide them their needs. They're not exactly in their proper niche. Go! And see, that would probably damage some internal organs. We're gonna hit by a car? Oh my gosh.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean.
Oh goodness.
Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Well, I guess falling from a tree will do that to you. Da-dum. Da-dum. Da-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Da-da-dum.
I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
That's not very nice. This little girl's kind of creepy, I'm not gonna lie. She's like from a Stephen King movie or something.
I grabbed on tight, but I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water.
What?
When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Are we an eel? Or an octopus? Because octopuses are cool. Did you know octopuses, I guess I said octopi, are incredibly intelligent and dexterous?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Oh, I'm a monster, and I'm hunting for people. Okay. I mean, that's kind of how I get when I'm hungry, too. Bird's like, nope. So this mechanic's kind of cool, guys. So, like, me pressing WASD is what's moving the tentacle thing, and then pressing spacebar is what's propelling me. So, I mean, every transformation she's done has changed how you move. And it's kind of cool. I like it. I really like the mechanics of this. This is fun.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
I moved real quiet. Oh, he's gonna get him. She's gonna get him. She can get him. I ate him, guys. Oh, stairs. Can I go up the stairs? I just went up the stairs. I know I can. What's the problem here?
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
I swear I wanted to stop. I just had to eat them all.
Drunken sailor, what shall we do with a drunken sailor alive in the morning? His belly with a rusty razor, his belly with a rusty razor, his belly with a rusty razor alive in the morning. What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor?
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
I had to have it, guys. Just see, and now that
I
mechanics have
slithered
changed,
onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
It's like how you just move a normal character. Like I don't have to propel myself. I'm just moving with the tentacle. That's interesting. I like this. This is cool. Oh, guys, look, the water is freezing as I'm getting closer. I'm a pretty cool monster. It's pretty OP. Can I play as the monster the rest of the game? Squishy, squish, squish. So I'm in somebody's house.
I got closer and closer.
Oh, this is Molly's room. It's coming for Molly. Molly's coming to eat Molly. It's an Inception. It's kind of creepy. She's pretty creepy. She's a little sociopath kid, I swear. Why is it light underneath her bed? Oh, there's a flashlight.
All my stomach started growling,
Oh, my stomachs. Because as a monster, I get multiple stomachs.
and suddenly I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
That's messed up. That is very disturbing, child. Okay, but did she actually die by sea monster? Is that real? That's it? That's all we're getting? Okay.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Really? Her mom would have believed that she got eaten by a sea monster? I mean, whatever. I like how it came out through the toilet, considering the fact that that is a genuine fear for a lot of people. Okay, now what? I bet that's a passage. Look, there's like a handle. I don't know where it goes, though.
I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
It's probably her spirit, you know. Being hit by a sea monster tends to do that too. Oh, we're going out the window. Okay, we're gonna go the same way she went. Oh, kitty. Wait, where'd the cat go? I just heard it, I swear.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories.
I imagine not.
Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
That's a lot of bird cages. Oh, they're memorials to her pets. Aww. That's kind of sad, guys. Her grandma was kind of an interesting person, it seems. Oh, she was making Lewis's little...
Her room was like a museum.
She was making his little thingy. His little, shrine.
Lewis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
Those are definitely Norwegian names.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Peace! I'm taking my whole house.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Oh, so that's where we are. We're in Washington. Okay, that explains a lot.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Oh, okay, so Molly's the oldest.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
We get a whole cemetery all to ourselves.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
That's a pretty picture. And there's like the fireplace she's talking about that's built from the original house. Alright, that's it. Okay.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
So, yeah, Edie's like the first one who actually lived. Edie and her husband Sven. The first ones who lived in this house. Alright. Cool. So I guess this curse has been happening all the way back to Norway, though. Which, I mean, taking the house with you, I don't know. If we're trying to break curses here, one of my first suspects would be maybe, or suspicions would be maybe the house is causing these deaths. You know, maybe something tied to the house is causing this curse. That would be the first thing I'd ditch if I was trying to break the curse, because that's one of the easiest, you know? But, whatever. So, she has a lot of books. Oh, look, Odin wrote those. Oh, he was an author. I bet that's why Edie liked books so much, is because her daddy was an author. That makes sense. Interesting. And they're all like physiological. What's the word I'm looking for? Psychological, physiological, philosophy. I don't know. You know what I mean? They're like philosophy books. Oh, look, you got a little dwarf from Snow White. Looks like sneezy, dopey. I'm gonna go sleepy, maybe? I don't know. Don't judge me. And you've got all the handprints. Oh. Wow. Man. That's sad, guys. Oh, then that must be Edie and Sven. Oh, and they kept the ore from the boat. Got an oxygen tank, vitamins, perfume. I definitely thought that perfume bottle was a bong for half a second. I was like, you go, Grandma. Built by Sven.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, She could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed.
Screw
She could
that.
have, but she didn't.
Oh no, you telling me died by a dragon? That's way more interesting. There's Norwegian flag, more dwarves. They're everywhere. I mean, they're not meant to
Even
be
in her
slides.
90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Oh, that's a cute picture. Oh, look, there's me again. I'm so cute. Look how pretty I am. I like how realistic these photos are. I see pink shack. Oh my goodness, it's the bathroom. It's pink.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
I love it though. It's pink.
It was a pretty big trace.
Yeah. Huh. Alright, that's cool.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
This is pretty neato. I'm gonna build my house like this. Except for it would be way too easy to have somebody sneak into your house and to live in the walls. Have you seen that? I've seen several horror movies where that happens.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
This is his dark room. He's taking pictures of. That's cool. Oh, there's Milton's traces again. Dude, this kid was sneaky. Sneaky little kid. Oh, this is the bedroom Sam and Calvin share. Oh, see, that's just horrible. Okay, so this half is like army hua, and this half is astronaut. Dude, their rooms are totally sick. Oh, you can see where Sam grew older, but Calvin didn't. Oh, guys, that's sad.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Kid, they straight up left the calendar up on the month when he died. How messed up is that? Like, here you go. Let's just, like, completely preserve one of the worst moments in your life when your twin died. Let's just leave it just the way it was. That's awful. At least give him the rest of the room.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Well, yeah, his twin brother died. I mean... Oh, my goodness. Here's his shrine. He wanted to be an astronaut, evidently.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Oh, we're swinging. Okay, we got a cast on our foot. That's to show that we are a full party boy. Oh, okay, let's swing. Okay, it's been a while since I swung.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
That is sad. That's not worth it.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't.
Oh, am I doing that wrong? I don't know how to swing. I do, but apparently not in a video game.
I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready!
Dina's
Coming!
I totally dig it.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
I totally dig Ida's Norwegian accent. It's fantastic. I don't like where this is going. As a child, I would specifically avoid this because I was scared of going over the top of my swing. So, yeah. This is definitely sketchy for me. And that picket fence is not looking good.
I told him going around was impossible.
So of course he's gonna do it.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Or maybe if the wind hadn't picked up.
Oh, that's not good.
Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Guys, this is sad.
I think he'd already made up his mind.
Uh-oh, that didn't sound good. You're getting awfully high, kid. Physics is not going to be your friend in this situation.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Uh-oh, we're getting too high. Oh, here we go. Oh, guys. Oh, yep, that's over. Oh, hold on tight, Calvin. You got this. Just hold on.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Sad. Can't even imagine losing my twin. It must be so painful. Poor Sam.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Okay, no, that's sad. Where to next?
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
I don't blame him. I wouldn't either. Okay, I really want this house. Minus the curse. Look how cool that is. Sven, you're a boss. I mean, that's pretty creative. Well, that's kind of creepy.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Smaller hands and bellies. Did you get chunky or something? Oh! Okay, so this is Barbara's room. I really don't like that big foot.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
That's kind of gross that there's still a birthday cake there. I don't like her room as much as I liked Molly's. I thought Molly's room was really cute, but this is nice, I guess. Barb Street. Oh, look how pretty she was.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another
that's creepy.
ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
Oh, that's gruesome. Why Why are
As
we
a child
comment-
star,
making a
Barbara
comment about
was
this?
famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans.
They had cons back
It
then?
was just the
I thought that was a
boost her
relatively new thing.
career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend,
He's a tool.
Rick,
I don't like him.
was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
But what about her other So
Okay,
Sam
I'm
and
hearing
Tyler.
frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
Ruh-roh.
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that.
Shut up.
Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a
How
sec.
would the comic artists know this?
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
He's probably dead. I would probably follow the police and go upstairs. That's what I would do, but nah. See, and there's a swinging light, and a crutch, and blood. Huh, I appreciate the saw music.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
He's a tool, you don't need him anyways. Do I finally get a weapon? I do! I get a weapon. Where's my health bar? A lot of blood. Hiya!
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Me too. Because that's where her daddy got the handsaw issue. Or the wood saw. You know what I mean. His hand in the wood saw. Hiya! Oh, it's dark. What do I do? Oh. I bet it's where that flashing light is because
The
that's
old
what they
fridge
do.
rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
See? He's a
Barb,
tool. What did I tell
relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well,
Shut
I'm
up,
not
Rick.
scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still
you, man.
holding it when she fell asleep watching the Late Late Picture Show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there?
Oh, poor Walter.
Okay, I'm coming up. But if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
It's totes not a trick. I would just call the police. You got like what? 2 more brothers? You're fine. You don't need him. Well, I guess Calvin. I don't know when Calvin died. Oh, that's one of my roller skates. Where's Walter's room?
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished,
Oh no.
but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Should've done that already with the first announcement, just saying.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Yeah.
And whoever he was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Okay, we're back in Molly's room. But Molly's door is
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving.
Sorry, not sorry.
But she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Oh yeah, the serial killer always comes back. Never underestimate the rule of the double tap.
The hookman had vanished.
There's a shock.
She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Don't open it. Just go upstairs and call the police, you silly girl.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Me too, Barbara.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true.
Sweet.
Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Oh, that's gross.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Why would Edie hold on to this? Oh my goodness, it's so disturbing. Why would you hold on to something like that, talking about your daughter?
Edie
like
told me
that?
all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
I don't think so. There's just not really a whole lot that's happy about being ravished by monsters and then having your ear cut off and stored in your music box. Like, and they still have the music box. Like, what the heck? Oh, that's disturbing. Where do I go from here? Oh, you know what? There was that other passage. Well,
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
yeah. There was an ear in there, that's why. So I guess we should probably go to the music box. I imagine that's the next course of action. Okay, at first I thought maybe it was just, you know, not real. But you can clearly see where they had to repair the banister where the hookman fell. So if that one is true, right? Does that mean that the sea monster death is true? Because Calvin's was totally possible, you know. Is this curse an object? Is it a monster? I don't know. I really like the tune that this music box plays. I'm not gonna lie though, being her, alone in this house, everybody's dead, I would be really nervous about going into this basement. So here's Sven's workshop. He must have just had a
Mom
big
said the
group
basement was
remote
off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
To be fair, you could possibly get tetanus from here. I mean, look at all the rusty blades.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
No, she's hiding a body.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Okay.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
That's kind of sad.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
It's kind of heartbreaking. None of us has gotten very far. Okay, so why is there power down here? I guess there could be a backup generator or something, but the power got shut off. Okay.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
30 years? What? What are you doing down there?
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Oh boy.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
Okay, when you're playing
Having a
this game,
schedule, living for today.
anything that you have to twist like that, or the music
I always
box,
expected to be dead
move
tomorrow.
in a clockwise motion, not a counterclockwise. Just saying.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
I mean, with your mouse. Like click and do the clockwise motion. Okay, now we're in 1976, so
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal.
that monster's a train, sweetheart. You like trains.
Almost friendly.
I like trains.
And then one day, everything just stopped.
No more trains?
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting.
That's so sad.
Or maybe I
Yeah,
just got tired of being afraid.
Yeah. 2005. A long time.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Where are we going? Who's deeper? Another layer?
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin.
So Sam's not dead.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
I love how the words move. How those were just swooping in as he was striking. How cool is that?
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
Yeah, canned peaches can get gross after a while, I imagine.
I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day.
That's pretty.
I can already imagine the sun on my face.
How does 15 minutes sound? Okay, how horrible is that? He liked trains. His bedroom was a train, remember? His bed, like it's a train. And then he grew fearful of trains for 30 years, hiding from them.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
See, I told you somebody living in the walls is so easy in a house like that. It's disturbing. But okay, so, you know, he grew fearful of them for 30 years, and then he finally decides to say screw it, and then he dies by train. Like, how sad is that? And look at the shrine they made him. Just peaches and a can opener. How awful is that? Like, you couldn't have come up with anything else to remember poor Walter? Look at him. Poor kid.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
This game makes me sad. And yet we keep playing. Why do we do this to ourselves? This girl was pretty brave if you think about it.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Like, if you had just read about your uncle dying in this manner...
But if she never told me about
Did
an
you
uncle
replicate it?
under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Yeah, your mom seems kind of like the antagonist.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2,
Milton, maybe? Is that number 2?
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself
No, we don't know he's dead.
and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
That's sad. It's a pretty view. What the heck? And now it like just goes off the cliff? No more trains coming this way.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Yeah, you might be contributing to the problem. Your family does
Maybe
have
it'd be
a
better if all
bunch
this
of
just
that
died
luck,
with
though.
me. But I thought you should know about your family.
Is that like a totem pole? If so, that could be the problem.
And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Okay, so she might be talking to Milton. If he's lost right now.
I think the people in these stories believed them.
Yeah, well,
For
I wouldn't trust
what that's
them.
worth.
They kind of sound like they're mad, but I don't know. Are they real? I mean, Barbara's story had evidence. But why would you keep the music box? Like, I don't understand this. Why is Edie holding on to these keepsakes that are so painful and awful? For example, the music box. Or,
And when you look at the house,
I don't know. Maybe
that
like
history of
Molly.
imagination and stubbornness, any of it seems possible. I I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
The Addams Family.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Have you seen Stephen King's Pet Cemetery? Yeah.
3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault. Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Molly's got a kitty on her grave. That's what I want. I want a kitty cat when I die. I love how these all represent them.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Well, that was her dad, so...
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Oh, so like the house is still
Edie said
here.
she dreamed about the old house every night.
Okay. See? It's practically on their property. I mean, that might be what's bringing the curse here. I don't know.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Okay, so now we've kind of got sectioned off. So, the original members of the house, Odin. And then it looks like...
Her dad had been pretty
Sam.
strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Okay, so Sam and his 2 boys, looks like, right? Sam, Gus, and Gregory.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
And then the 2 brothers, and Sanjay, who is Don's husband. Okay, but Don's not here. Don is the only one not buried here.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Yeah, but you put it in the cemetery. It kind of makes it a tombstone.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Okay, I don't really like her mom. Like, I feel bad for her because she suffered so much. But at the same time, it's like, okay, you're not helping your daughter a whole lot, I feel.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
What? We're pregnant? Oh my goodness, what are you doing, girl? Oh my gosh, you're gonna die. You're 22 weeks pregnant. Are you stupid? Girl. Okay, so that's who we're writing to, I imagine, is the placenta. Or the placenta.
I never met Grandpa
The
Sam,
fetus.
but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
I'm gonna write to the placenta. The placenta is very important to me. I met the child growing in her womb.
They were both pretty intense.
They were both pretty intense. Yeah. He's got a bear on his floor. It's a cool room, though. Oh, this is the one who joined the army, right? Yeah.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Oh, no, he was a Marine, not an army. Oops. Well. This is kind of a cute memorial. I like this one.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
She's like, leave me alone, Dad.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it?
Oh, right there. That's what I want.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
Okay, got it.
She's blown.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Well, yeah, Sven had it. It's Sven's.
Aw. You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
You're right, Dad.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hmm.
Hey!
Rude.
That's a keeper. Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip.
30.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn.
About the buck from the bird.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. Great shot, Dawn!
Got him. Oh, Dawn.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
That's so sad. I mean, not sad. I get hunting's good, whatever, but like, she wasn't ready.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh my goodness, that is so sad. Okay, I feel a little bit more sympathy for Dawn now. That is so sad.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
That is awful. Poor Dawn. Alright, well, we just got a saving mark. So I think we're gonna call it good for today. That was... Wow. That is horrible. Yeah, this family's definitely cursed. I don't really know how much more of this game has. We've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more names to fill in. So we're about halfway done, but... You know, I don't know if we fill them in and then we do something with that information. I don't know if that's it. But yeah, we're gonna take a break. That... Wow. Alright, well, I hope you all have a good evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!